Hi, it's Kim from Chatterbox Quilts. When you're looking for a treadle sewing machine, there's two things to consider. One is, of course, the cabinet, and the second one is the sewing machine that's going to be in the cabinet. Now, when you go out to look for a treadle, the most important thing to look for is the cabinet. These are old machines. It's difficult to find cabinets in good condition and the style that you want. So when I went out to look for this one, my first thought was get the cabinet I want. And luckily I could find one. Now, you got to remember, these are old machines. Some of them are over 100 years old. So are the cabinets. So there's bound to be a few scratches on them. But what I was looking for is for a top, and you can't see it because I've got it open here, but the top part on the other side would be not delaminating. Okay, that means when the wood starts coming away, usually when it's been exposed to moisture. So I wanted something that would have a good top part on it. I was also looking for drawers in the cabinet. So this particular one has 3 drawers down each side, and it also has a drawer in the center. I also wanted something that was kind of pretty to look at. So some decorative details were important to me, and this cabinet has that as well. So you can see the beautiful leaves, kind of like acanthus leaves really, on the drawers, and it's also on the side of the cabinet on either side. The other thing to check out when you're looking at a cabinet is that there are drawers in the holes on the side. Sometimes drawers are missing. That's actually quite common. The other thing is to look to make sure that the pulls or knobs are on those drawers. You can replace these if you have to, but it's really nice to have the original ones on them. Again, I was very fortunate to have all the drawers and all the pulls on this particular cabinet. Now, the next thing that you'd be looking at is, of course, the sewing machine that comes in the cabinet. This particular one is the Singer 66 Red Eye. The decals are quite worn on this machine, but it works beautifully. And keep in mind that you can change out machines from the cabinet. So if someday I find a Singer 66 Red Eye in beautiful condition, I'll swap it out with this one. Another thing you'll find when you are going to look for treadle machines is that people will often say they don't run, they don't work. There's usually a simple solution to that, and that is replacing the belt on it. These are very inexpensive to replace. You can get them in leather, which is what they were originally, or rubber. And that is not a feature that should stop you from buying a machine if you like it. As I say, you can buy these online very easily and inexpensively. So if it doesn't have a motor on it, which it probably won't if it's a treadle, and it doesn't have a belt here, don't fret. Just make sure the rest of it is the way you want it, because chances are you can probably just get a new belt very easily and then you're off to the races. Let's talk a little bit about the mechanism that operates the sewing machine. There is no motor, of course. So what you do have, let me just move out of the way, is a treadle on the bottom. Some people will call it a pedal, but it's actually a treadle. And this is going to move back and forth. Okay, it's going to move back and forth to operate the machine. It makes the needle go up and down the machine. It actually makes the stitches form. So, a few things to note when you're working with this. First off, you want to start the machine with the hand wheel. You always want the hand wheel to be moving towards you, which means the machine is working properly. You don't want to have the hand wheel go backwards. I have no thread in here, a bobbin thread in right now. If I did and I went backwards, what it does is it locks those threads together, it jams the machine. You're going to have a mess to clean out. So first thing you want to do is start it off with the hand wheel. As I move the hand wheel, the treadle is moving as well. So the treadle goes back and forth as I move the hand wheel. So what I like to do is I like to start it with the hand wheel, then I have my feet on here, but I like to start it with the hand wheel and I can see what's happening with the treadle, and then I can eventually take over and get it going the way I want it to. Same thing when you go to stop the machine. Okay, it's moving with the hand wheel towards you. I want to make sure I stop it with my hand, and that way I don't have that problem of maybe the machine's going to move backwards on me and jam up my threads. So very important to make sure the machine and the hand wheel is always moving towards you, I should say, so the machine works properly. Something else with these machines, of course, with any of these old machines, you have to oil them. So there are lots of places on the machine itself to oil. With the treadle, you have a little bit more. You also have to oil some of the parts down in the base. All these various parts here are going to move down here as well with the pedal part, and you want to make sure that those get oiled every so often as well to keep it working properly. So those are just a few of the tips I have for working with your treadle and for purchasing a treadle machine in a cabinet.